Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. It's probably going to be a short video today, but Blizzard did drop unannounced, I guess you'd call it a hotfix. Yeah, hotfix balance update, which is kind of a surprise given that mid-season was just a week ago. And all they really did then was change perks, so I guess they were just trying to see if tweaking the perks would be enough to fix the balance on some of these characters. But of course not. So let's see here. What did they miss out on at the mid-season? Obviously, Sojourn needs a nerf. Malga is still kind of up in the air. Again, I'm low-rank quick play player, so different take than what you see from most of the content creators on YouTube about Overwatch, because they're mostly in top 500. But listening to their reacts on the mid-season, it made it sound like Malga is the most broken character currently at the top levels, which is odd, because like I said in the previous video, he's basically a throw pick at lower levels. I can't remember the last time I saw a Malga walk out of spawn and not instantly explode, but given how many people are complaining about him at the high level, I do expect him to be nerfed. So Malga, Sojourn, Zarya is probably going to get nerfed. I really can't think of anything else that needed major changes. The only other one that would stand out would be Ana. But I don't know. I really don't know what they could tweak with Ana to where she would still be good without being broken. Maybe lower the duration on the Bionade? I don't know. Let's just take a look. So hero balance hotfix, replay codes are not being reset. That's fine. Balance changes will apply to both 5v5 and 6v6. So tank, yep, here we go, Malga. Oh wow, 3. So cardiac overdrive no longer provides allies with damage reduction. Cage fight cost increased by 8%, and health of barrier reduced by 1200. I mean, from 1500 to 1200. So massive nerfs on his ult. Berserker passive overhealth conversion rate reduced from 50% to 40%. So all three of those are significant nerfs. Again, the first one, the cardiac overdrive, is mainly going to be for the higher levels because nobody at the lower levels takes advantage of it anyway. But the cage fight and the berserker passive are going to be massive at every level. So if Malga wasn't a throw pick before, he definitely will be now. Hog coming up next. Take a breather. Maximum healing increased from 400 to 450, and whole hog ultimate cost reduced 12%. I mean, I'm fine with both of those. Hog is another one of those that I don't see too much, and he is fun to play. So I am glad that they changed the healing number instead of the damage reduction, because every time they've boosted the damage reduction in the past, he has become too strong. So I do like both of these changes. Winston, ultimate cost increased by 10%. That's fine. His ult is basically just a get out of jail free card anyway. Zarya, degeneration rate increased from 2 to 2.5. I feel like that's more of a 6v6 change than 5v5, so she's still going to be just as strong in 5v5. In 6v6, actually, now I think about it, I'd still be strong in 6v6 too, because with an extra person, she'll be building the ult charge quicker regardless. I mean, not the ult charge, but the beam charge. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be enough of a change to take Zarya out of the top contenders, especially in quick play. Whoop, wrong button. Cassidy, primary fire fall-off range increased from 20 to 25. Thank God. I am so sick of not being able to kill the flying characters anymore. Pharah, Echo, Juno. I mean, 25 still isn't where I would like, but as long as those little suckers are flying around, we need more hit scan pressure. and having to go Ashe or Widow or any of the longer range ones just to deal with them is annoying. We need more mid-range. If they would buff Cassidy and Soldier's primary fires on this, I'd be happy. Now, the secondary fire damage increased from 45 to 50. That one's a bit scary because he's already got the perk advantages now. So I don't think that one was necessary. He might actually be a bit overtuned, but we'll have to see how it goes. Echo, base health reduced from 225 to 150. Oh, they're replacing it with shields. Shield health increased from 0 to 75. So that's actually a significant buff to Echo. Yeah, so Echo's going to be able to play a lot more regressive because they'll have the shield regen just by peeking around the corner so they can go deeper. That's another one that's kind of scary. Soldier, though, please tell me they buff the primary. Heavy pulse rifle primary fire now uses the larger projectile size. I mean, it's a buff. It's not as significant as I would have liked. I would rather have had an extra damage per bullet than what is that? I think it was 0.05 before, so a 0.02 meter increase to the projectile size, because it does still need to be mechanical skill. I don't like when they increase the bullet sizes because that takes away skill more than anything else, and I'd rather do more damage but actually earn the shots, if that makes sense. Sojourn, please be nerfs. Power slide is the only thing changing. That's not good. Cooldown increased from 7 to 8. Maximum duration reduced from 1.2 to 1. Great. So she's going to have to wait a bit longer before she can run away. But she doesn't need to run away when she's one-tapping half the team. I mean, I get that they're wanting to leave her strong as long as the Le Seraphim crossover's going, because it's got one of her skins in there. But I'd rather them have just not changed anything than throw in something like this just to say, oh, we nerfed her. Yeah, that's just frustrating. Widow, base health increase from 200 to 225. I'm fine with that, honestly. I mean, most of the characters that you go to dive the Widow, the Winstons, the Tracers, the Sombras are still going to be able to pick her off with an extra 25 health without too much issue. This just means that the Widow duels are going to require a bit more skill. Ooh, Ana did get some significant ones. Biotic Grenade, cooldown increased from 12 to 14 for non-6v6. It's kind of weird that they worded it like that. Instead of just saying for 5v5, they said for non-6v6. That makes it seem to me like they are definitely leaning more towards on 6v6 becoming the primary mode. I mean, I might be reading too much into that, but that's just kind of weird for them to write it that way. Cooldown increased from 10 to 12 on 6v6 game modes. Self nano boost duration reduced from 8 to 6. I mean, the nano change definitely needed to happen in some form, because being able to nano yourself was, and still will be, one of the most powerful perks in the game. But the grenade changes, I'm trying to think. So the anti-effect lasts for, what, 4 seconds? I mean, that's going to be an improvement, but I don't think it's going to be enough to change anything. Because normally you're using it to secure a kill on the tank or to deter someone who's flanking you, and you can still do that with a 2-second increased cooldown. I honestly think they should have dropped the duration of the effect by a second instead of increasing the cooldown by 2 seconds. Yeah, the nano one's a good change. I honestly don't think that the grenade changes are going to affect anything, though. We'll see. Juno, orbital ray, ultimate cost increased by 10%. I mean, that's perfectly fine. The healing from her ult is ridiculous on top of the damage boost. I mean, it's still one of those that the whole team just plays building ult on to push in on. So that's fine. As a trade-off for that, I would like to have seen some changes to her normal cooldowns. No, I can sit. Never mind. Forget that, because it'd be fine at lower levels. But now that she has the perk to let her headshot and the perk to let her lock in on teammates quicker, changing anything else in her kit would be broken. So yeah, that's about the only thing they can change on her. So that's fine. So this was a surprise getting this hotfix today. No, it was all character balance, which is nice. The Malga one, I'm still not a fan of, but I understand it if he's as broken at higher levels as they say. I like the Roadhog. Winston, don't care. Zarya one, I like that they're trying to adjust her down a bit, but I don't think that that's going to change anything. So the main changes on this are going to be the Malga, Cassidy, Echo, and maybe Ana. The rest of them are just kind of whatever. But at least they're putting out patches quicker, so we'll have to see how this shakes things up. I might actually have to try the 6v6 while it's in, but once they get it back in quick play, I'm still not a fan of comp, but we'll see how it goes. Here's the hot fix. Hope y'all learned what you needed to know. Have a good one.